So we were going to talk about the 3 best plants that I have, but you know what? The problem is there's so many wonderful plants that do so much healing. One, I wanted to point out that I voted today, and I hope all of you vote because we're in America and you have the ability to make your voice heard. Not every country has that, so honor that and please vote. But talking about plants, you know, it's interesting as we talk about antioxidants and we push vegetables in Shield of Life, not because we're all vegetarian, but because they have a lot of polyphenols. Your quercetin, you know, they have resveratrol. It's so powerful, all the nutrients that are in vegetables that decrease inflammation and help enhance mitochondrial health. And that's really the big buzzword these days is mitochondrial health promotes longevity, and understanding the details of that is important. But all these years, 22 years of working with people reversing disease, we really push vegetables. And many of you who've gotten away from cancer and have recovered, many of you know you were pushing, high volumes of juicing and vegetables. And even though we don't want to get rid of that fiber when you juice, you're taking in a lot of micronutrients that really help with inflammation. So this is a very important plant. So if we mention a couple of them, this is actually turmeric. Turmeric, many of you know, is curcumin when you cook, and we take the roots out. By the fall, our wintertime, these will brown, and we cut them down and we harvest the roots, and then we shave them, and we always want to activate it with pepper. Many of my Indian friends tell me they use ground pepper on everything because it activates a lot of the spices. So very, very powerful. We also have ginger. We can look for our ginger plants here in the garden. Let's see how the ginger is looking. It's coming along. Not thriving, but coming along. So here's our ginger. We had some of these wild giant grasshoppers lately, and they're kind of chewing up some of my plants. And Biggie, my daughter's dog, kind of likes to chew them up too. But ginger is a wonderful spice and herb. I was sharing with our Dave, our cameraman. Basically, we boil ginger. And when we boil the ginger, I actually leave the skin on the ginger, boil it with lots of lemons, add a tiny little bit of sugar, and then we boil it, and then we continue to boil it and drain the water and boil it and drain the water. And then I'll dry the ginger. But that extra water I use in cooking, I use to add to my rosella tea. So here we have a plant called rosella. You can use the leaves, they're very lemony. And the flowers we use to make tea, and it's really wonderful. Then we have hibiscus. We have cranberry hibiscus over there as well. And all these things are so good for you, combining them with lemongrass. Lemongrass is another wonderful plant, an herb that is just fantastic. Here's the rosella. Our hibiscus is the hibiscus. You can use the flower and the fruit. Here's lemongrass. That's wonderful to cook with. You can do lemongrass tea, which is also wonderful. Then we have over here, this is cranberry hibiscus. These leaves are so tasty. They're very lemony, citrusy. You can boil them, put them in your tea. You can put them in your salad. All these wonderful things that you can do with your garden. And then one day we'll come and we'll do a videotape on just how to build up the soil to make it more productive so that you have wonderful, productive vegetables and fruits to enhance your health. So with that, I wish you a wonderful, happy, and healthy day. And vote. Make sure you vote.